Hey guys, how do we keep it dirty off-road? And today we're going to be talking LASFit's new 3-inch pods. I'm always looking for low-cost solutions that aren't a compromise. And it's hard to do that, especially when it comes to lighting. If you guys have been following this channel long enough, you know we're all about going off-road, having fun on a budget. The majority of our build has been a budget. Yes, I know it's a Raptor. It's very expensive. We don't have an unlimited budget to go out there and spend a couple $1,000s on lights. So when LASFit sent me their 3-inch pods to try out, figured it's a great opportunity to take a look at a low-cost solution and see how it stacks up. These are LASFit's new 3-inch pods. They're an 18-watt light. This is their sports series. They also come in a high output series that doubles the light output. And the lens is interchangeable too. You can actually order the lights and order the lenses separately and be able to change back and forth. They're using Osram LEDs. They have the same water intrusion standards that all the other aftermarket lights. The only difference is from a smaller company. We've done quite a bit of stuff with these guys. We've done their bulbs, with their mats. So we know this company, we know they make solid product. You can get these in many configurations, from floods to driving to spots. We elected to go with their spotlights because they have a very narrow pattern. These were designed to be A-pillar lights, so they're going to sit right at the top of the truck. In that configuration, I wanted something that was a spot that shot as far as possible to keep the glare down on the hood, because that is a problem. A lot of guys make the mistake of getting driving lights or floodlights and putting them on their hood, and then they're driving down the trails and their hood is blinding them. They're not able to actually see clearly because there's too much light on their hood. So this is one of the reasons why we went with a spot. And the good thing is theirs is a very efficient hyper spot that can shoot pretty far away. In this video, we're gonna cover a couple items. We're gonna do an unboxing of these lights, show you what comes with them. We're gonna put them on the truck, show you how to wire them into a Raptor. Very simple process to do it into a Raptor. And then finally, we're gonna do it a couple tests. We're gonna do some static tests so you guys can see how far the light shoots. And then we're gonna do some actual running tests and show you the amount of light this thing puts and how well it illuminates on a dirt road on the trails. All right, so let's get to it. So you get two connectors. It doesn't come with the wire harness like your traditional light does. It just has pigtails so that you can connect to whatever you want.
So first you want like that.
And then you want to have a washer in between. Okay, you having problems finding the hole?
I found the hole.
You sure?
Yes, I'm having no problems this time.
Any of those holes can be used to mount the bracket. Just pick whatever's going to work best for your application. And you can also change out the lens up at the front and use an amber lens. There are 4 bolts, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then you just pop it off. One cool feature here that we noticed is it looks like the actual focusing lenses can also be swapped out by a single bolt. So that might be cool of an option to see in the future. If you're going to do the lens, make sure you peel out the protecting backing on both sides. Reinstall. Don't forget the ones in the back.
Now we went ahead and did some pre-wiring. We are using some cheap brackets to do A-pillar mounts. You guys see those here to kind of give us that look. And what we did is we routed our cables through right here. Do not secure it to this. The hood will catch that, so you want to secure it off to the side over here. And then we secured it here. Now you notice we have the stock pigtail and then we have our own pigtail. We did this on purpose because we're going to be doing some testing for you guys. We'll be testing a couple of different types of pillar lights here on an upcoming video, so we want to have the ability to swap those out as needed without having to redo the wiring. We went ahead and secured it to here, secured it to this little loop right here that's right next to your IWE valve. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Secured it to a ground spot there. On the other side, secured it to some of the other cables that are right there. And then that's our ground right there. We have 2 options for ground. We went ahead and used that one. We put a little loop. Both lights are actually grounded on that side. Then we brought it over here to this side and we patched into our cables. Now, if you look at this harness, there's a lower harness and then there's an upper harness right in between, right under all these big harnesses. The top harness is the hot side. The bottom harness is the pass-through. Because it's temporary, we just use a crib connector. Here's our second connector that's going to go up to our second light, which we're going to show you guys how to install that here in a little bit. But that's it. I mean, that's all you need to do to wire it to a Raptor. The Raptor makes it super easy because there's upfitter switches and pre-wiring under the hood. Easy. You don't need any of the extra stuff that most of the other light kits come with. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I like the LASFit light. It's cost effective because a lot of that extra wiring you're not going to need if you're going to install it on a Raptor. So how does it go? Normally, you'd want to put this down, have it hold like that. But I don't want to risk it. So we're going to go backwards and put it up.
I'm open this way, it's tighten. It is. All the way, come on.
Get it tighter. I think that's the only drawback. You have to really crank on this hardware, huh? The hold is not as tight as I would like it on these parts right here. Some of the other manufacturers tend to have like little ribbed edges to give a better hold. These don't, so you really have to crank on them. Go up a little bit. Go right about there. Yeah, right about there. Let's tighten both of them up. Tighten them good. Don't let it move. Oh, wow. They are bright. You happy with yourself?
I'm proud of myself.
There is about, you know, we can play with this a little bit. You can kind of see the difference in light, right? A really hyper spot. You can get some real, look how far these
You're
things are
gonna-
shooting.
Oh, go on, shoot up. Go straight up.
You
Oh.
look pretty far with this thing, dude. Look at that. That's about where I want them right there. Let me make sure the other side's about the same. That's really good for a cheap light. I think that right there is about good. Yeah, these aren't holding all that great. I would say that's the one drawback to these is these are not holding that great. So you guys can see, we can easily move these and we torque those down pretty tight. On Victor's, he's got 2 bolts, so it's a much better hold. This is something you get with higher end lights. There's no moving this. So for the price, you really can't beat this light. It's only $130 right now for the sport version, which is the 18 watt. It's about $260, $270 for the high output version, which doubles the power of the LEDs in here. It goes from 18 watts to 36 watts. Overall, I was actually pretty impressed with the light. It's a hyper spot. The light output was really good. It was really far, which was kind of impressive from such a small little package. And it's also an impressive showing for a company that has never done these kind of lights before. They mainly focus on headlight bulbs, and they just started getting into this stuff and mats. So I think it's a pretty solid light considering this is their first outing. The one drawback is the mounting. It's a single bolt. Single bolt doesn't hold all that well. I think if they had 2 bolts holding it, one to just kind of for a pivot, the other one to hold it up top, I think that would be a much stronger hold. With a single bolt, we were able to move it fairly easy. It didn't matter how much we cranked on it. I think we would have stripped that bolt head before we actually got it super tight. So that's the only criticism, is we need a better way to mount it. And if you guys saw in the videos, the light output was really good. And this kind of goes with the strategy of lighting that you should be planning. You should be planning your lighting strategy when you're buying lights. You shouldn't just be buying floods and all that stuff. And that's something we're going to cover in our upcoming video, where I'm going to start talking to you guys about some of the lessons we've learned as far as strategy for lights, where do you want those lights, the type of lights matters, and how to get the most out of it so that you're using the least amount of lights but also getting the most out of your lighting. Where do you want to put floods? Where do you want to put spots, where you want to put driving lights. We're going to cover that in a future video, show you guys a couple examples. Go over to LASFit.com and get yourself a set. They're priced very competitively. It's a good light. And we're also going to be giving one away on our Instagram page. So make sure you guys go check us out. Follow us on my personal Instagram page at Heliomuro. We'll provide details there for the giveaway, and we'll have LASFit ship you guys out a set. With that, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions or comments below. We try to make this video so to let this footage really speak for itself and let you guys make a decision. In upcoming videos, we're going to compare these with other lights, so make sure you guys keep a lookout on that. Put any questions or comments below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.